Hello, good morning, and welcome to episode 55 of Nebula Quest. I am Noden, your host, as always. I'm playing Dirt Rally, and I'm just hanging out, doing my cool dirt rallying thing. So we are, in a buggy, which means some things have happened, and I'm sure you know what they are. But first, I want to point this out. This is cool. So we're back in wherever it was that we left off. That's where we were. This is where we are. This is a crater that we're sitting beside here, inside a much larger crater on a planetoid, going around a distant star. And there were a few things that I have noticed, I've discovered in my recent excursions back to habited space and back to here, the fringes of existence. One is that little thing there next to on the blue line. I wish I had a mouse cursor. So it says, Cinefu GAH C13.ABCDD. So there's like a little building thing, and then there's the arrow pointy, this is where you're going, pointed at thing. That little building thing is a spaceship. All that means is that you can land on the planet, not that there is anything here to go and see. So don't spend an hour skimming along the surface, looking for something that isn't there and wondering, hey, I wonder if I could find this if I had a detailed surface scanner, which I couldn't afford this time because, unrealistic expectations. Anyways, let's recall our ship. I've never done this before, so we have recalled our ship. It will be coming... Oh! From somewhere. Oh, there it is. Go get back to Edmund over here. Edmund! Edmund! I'm coming, Edmund! So I've got this actually mapped out really well. I really like the way I've got this mapped out now. The steering of this, wow, now I say as I lose control. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Oh, I feel like I have a flat tire. I've been playing a lot of Dirt Rally, so I'm just a little tail happy now. And we get to, let's take a look, we can take a look at Edmund from the outside, which we don't get to do very often. This is Edmund's bum. This is what Edmund looks like from behind. He's pretty cute looking. Pretty nice looking shape. He's a lot bluer than I thought, So we may need to get a dye job on one of these days. So one of the things that I have discovered, that I've learned in this process, a few things happened. Okay, so let's begin with the first... too far. Look down, board ship. So the first thing that somebody, I'm sure, will at some point correct me on it when they're going back through this 20 years from now, is that I already had a planetary landing module thing on the ship. It was already here. I didn't need to pick one up. What button is that? Is that this button? I don't remember what button it is to switch this. There we go. So here, planetary vehicle hangar, already had that. Where is it? Should show up, shouldn't it? No? Maybe not. Anyways, the point is that it was already there, and I didn't need to go and buy one of those, so we could have landed any time, is what I've discovered. I was going to say, I don't know if I had it or not, because how would I know? Because... Anyways. The other thing is that habited space... What button is 24? To launch. Any gear? Nope. Lots lights. It's not that one. I don't know what button that is. Nope. I don't know what button 24 is. Nope, definitely not what I wanted to do.
Flight assist off.
Oh.
Flight assist on.
Good. Not going to be the reverser.
Silent running.
No.
Shields offline.
Okay, let's
Thermal
let's just
signature
let's just
restored.
let's just do this the old-fashioned way and remap it. So I didn't need that. Yes, uninhabited space sucks. I'm through with habited space, and oh man. So this is what happened. We made it through the brown dwarf desert unscathed, totally made it fine, whatever. At which point I like shut down the computer, whatever. I went to and I got some dinner, whatever. Came back, and I'm like, all right, well, I'll just continue on towards habited space. What do we want? Probably in the landing areas, miscellaneous. Landing gear, UI focus, UI interface. I really don't know where this would even be. This is all vehicle control. That's not what I want. Okay, so give me 1 second. I'll be right back. One of these days, I will label all these buttons. It is the button that I have bound to up thrust. That is the button that we want, so we hold that. Nice. Anyway, so I wasn't set up to record, which is unfortunate, and that will become apparent why it was unfortunate in a moment. So let's get us pointed up like this. 45 degrees is plenty. Because a lot of things were going on. So habited space, I always forget, and I forgot since I did this in the beta, that habited space sucks. So we're going, somebody tried to interdict us, probably an AI, failed, we totally got away because we're fucking cool. And then, just continued on, in that exact same vein, and everything I thought was going to be, what's,
Landing gear retracted.
retract the landing gear, and that'll give us some speed. And then, someone tried to do it again, and they were successful. I'm like, okay, we'll just run, because I've got, I think I've got guns on here. No, I do have guns on here, but they're junk, and I'm not good at them. I haven't used them in a million years. Plus, this was like a Cobra or something like that. This was like a big, scary ship, and I was big and scared of it. So, I ran like the Dickens, and he caught me and killed me. So I was a little bit disappointed with that, but I'm okay because I knew that the cost of reclaiming a ship wasn't going to be too bad. Honestly, the biggest, because it was only like $5,000 or $6,000. It was very cheap. Does it say here? Maybe if I come back over this way. Status. Rebuy balance. Yeah, basically $5,000. It's not it wasn't too bad. You can see we have no money now. 1,000 credits. And part of that, I would like to get farther away from the surface, maybe. Well, we are climbing. We're 10 kilometers. That's fine. So I knew that wasn't a big issue. The big thing that I'm disappointed about, frankly, is let's put another thing in the engines. That we lost all of our discovery data. So I don't know. I don't know if we lost it in that. I don't know if we lost it in the switch over to Horizons. It could have happened anywhere, frankly. But we don't have it, and that's the point. 15 kilometers again. Surely we should be. Something should be happening here. So we lost that, so that's a bit of a pain. I'm a bit meh about that, all that.
Frameshift drive charging.
I remembered how to do this now. I remember.
3, 2, 1, engage.
Alright, yeah, so that was, like I say, a bit of a disappointment, a bit of pain in the ass. But, what are you gonna do? So we got ourselves to a, it respawned us at somewhere, and, we continued towards the center, and I grabbed a vehicle after discovering I didn't need to buy a landing thing. So really the whole trip, we didn't have to make the whole trip. We bought the vehicle. I spent a few extra credits, a few extra 1,000 credits on trying to lighten ourselves up a little bit and improve our jump range. We actually lost about a light year's worth of jump range, which I am not thrilled by, but that's it's just the way it is, man. At some point, maybe when we have some money again, if we ever get money, then we will do these things and it'll be great. And then I burned all the way back here, and so we are back out in the middle of nowhere on our way to the Horsehead Nebula, as is our goals in life, and we will continue now in that direction and vein. It shows I have another ship now, and I don't know what this is. I don't know what that's about. Let's find out what's going on here. What's going on here? Ships. So it says I have a Viper Mark IV. Apparently, there. And what is this? And that's the Eagle. So I wonder if that's... So I guess that's from the two... For like pre-ordering the things, and I got pre-order bonuses, I believe, maybe. Maybe that's what that's about. Also, bugs, if you're looking for bugs, because bugs are fun sometimes, you can't type in this address. There's a bug with the search bar, apparently, where basically names that have more than one space in them don't work. So you need to kind of go to somewhere that's close by that's not that, and then manually find out where you need to go. It's also a good idea, apparently. There's my jump range now, 10.8. So yeah, I'm down about 1.3, I think. I don't remember what it was exactly. Light years. Is you can actually write down your coordinates, and it'll actually show them somewhere. Where did it show those? It should show them somewhere, right? I don't remember. Sometimes it shows coordinates, and I don't remember why it doesn't. Why it no show? Why you no show? Oh, you can just look at these too. So you can kind of like eyeball it with those, and then you can know approximately where you need to go. And if you write those down, that's super helpful as well. But we didn't do that, and it took me a minute to figure out how to get back, because it was trying to bounce me all over the place when it was like, oh, this is where you want to go. I'm like, no, not exactly. It's like, oh, okay. Is this where you want to go? I do want to go to this big blue star, though. You know me, I can't resist a blue star. So, you know what? We're just going to zip there. Plot route. Oh, it's already been... Have I already been there? Oh, yeah, that's the one I was at. Okay, yes. I have already been here. And that's because... Things happened and I got lost. That's where I went to that was the address I clicked in to get back here. Because one space, HIP 308052, 3852 has one space. It's very convenient.
Frameshift drive charging.
Alright, let's go. Let's get going. We're going over there. That big beautiful red blooge. And so that was a whole ordeal, but we're back. Everything's good.
4, 3,
I think we'll survive.
2, 1.
A little disappointed, but what are you gonna do? Cool things have been going on, though. What has been going on? Shit, there was something I was going to talk about, and I have no idea what it was. I've been playing a lot of Dirt Rally. I actually have been playing a lot of Dirt Rally. Ooh, let's split out. Oh, look how bright that is. Oh, it's so bright. It's so pretty. Like staring into the face of God. Yeah, what was I going to talk about? Oh, that's what I was going to talk about right there. So sometimes you pre-order things. I think I've talked about this before. It's blue-white. I know on our list we have Blue Star. Now that's blue-white, so that's not quite right, but it's so damn close, man. So close. Oh, and they had detailed surface scanners, and that was another one too. I forgot in the beta that they like cut the prices of everything so that you could afford them and you could test them out and things like that. Yeah, so I was kind of expecting those prices still, and that was not the case. So things were expensive. For instance, the 25 grand that I thought would get me a detailed surface scanner did not, because it cost 245,000 credits, which, if we look at our balance over here, is more than we have. Just a touch more than we have. So what are you gonna do? Yes, anyway, so sometimes when you pre-order or buy things, or sponsor things through Indiegogo or whatever that other one is that's more popular, Kickstarter, that's the word, you don't get your thing, or you don't get it when you think you're going to get it, or you forget that you even ordered it because it's been so damn long. And that is the case with this object. It is called a mechanic advisor. So what this is your car has on it a little plug that a mechanic can plug a reader into, like an electronic Palm Pilot-y, iPhone-y device. And if your car has like an engine code, like the engine warning light comes on, or a bunch of different things happen, they can plug this in and they can see, oh, okay, this is what's actually going on with the car. And you can get all kinds of stuff, like information from some of the many sensors that are built into cars and cool things all from this one plug if you've got a compatible device. So the device that I ordered over a year ago. It was December 2014. I ordered this, and it's a Bluetooth adapter for that plug, so that I can literally plug it into the OBD port on my car, and then I can actually read those codes and get that data on my iPhone. I think it's just my iPhone. It'd be sweet if I could get it on my computer, but I don't think I can. Maybe I can. That'd be cool too. But anyways, so there was a lot of kind of hubbub. I shouldn't say there was a lot of hubbub. The big thing is that it was meant to originally ship. Their projected ship date was quote unquote early 2015. Now, I've not supported a lot of Kickstarters or anything like that, but I know how the real world works. I know that sometimes things get delayed, and when I back something or I pre-order something, especially in this case, I wasn't really expecting it to come out in early 2015. I did kind of expect it before the end of 2015, but whatever. The point is that I completely forgot that I'd even ordered this thing until fairly recently, when I started getting a rash of emails from other buyers who were very angry about not having received their mechanic advisor device. So, and because at some point they, the creators, the sellers of this object, had sent out things to tell us, what was going on with the development and blah, blah, blah. And they had actually included, I think, everybody's email address in the, carbon copy line instead of the blind carbon copy line. So somebody anyways had everybody's address, or was able to reply all anyways is the point, and was just going on, and it just started this reply all back and forth between a bunch of people saying, I haven't received my thing, oh, it's a scam, oh, the company doesn't even exist. And at length, and I mean days later, I think actually many days later, but not like a month later, but like 3 or 4 days to a week later, the actual company responded and said, no, everything is in development, we've had some issues, these is what the issues are, everything is going ahead as far as, is going ahead, this is when we project things will be happening, don't worry. So people were, I don't know, I'm not going to say people were, oh, I've never been able to do that before. Not well in frame shift. You haven't been able to adjust that in frame shift before, have you? Huh. So, yeah. And then time passed, and then that projected date came and went. and there was no word from the company. So again, a rash of emails came out from people going, "Oh, it's a scam," blah 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 blah. I've contacted them and asked for my money back, and again, a couple of days later, the company came back and said, "Listen, yes, there have been some more delays. This is what's going on. We're very sorry. Your product is coming. If you do want a refund, we will give you a refund." And what I thought was a very good, nice gesture of them said, "And we'll still send you your device. So even though we're going to give you your money back, we're going to give you the product as well, because we understand that it has been some time." And there's a lot of people who are very unhappy with this, especially, I mean, last year when this kind of came out, it was, I'm not going to say it was the first. It's probably not even then the first time that somebody said, "Hey, a Bluetooth OBD reader." But it was sort of like the first time that a lot of people had heard about it, and certainly that was the first time I had heard of it, although that's why I'm getting this one. Plus, it was at a price point that was literally $100 less than, like, any OBD reader that you could just, like, go into a car, like, parts place and buy. So it was just a great deal all in all. So I didn't mind, throwing $50 at it, even if I didn't get it. I mean, I'm not made of money. I know I throw a lot of money at stupid things on my computer, but I'm not made of money. Throwing away $50 is still, a regretful thing to do. But at a certain point you go, my money's out in the ether. If I get the product, I get the product. If I don't get the product, I don't get the product. But it really boggled my mind how impatient people are, I suppose, and how much they don't realize the many, many, many things that go into making a product and bringing it out for people, and how these people, the people who are making this isn't like a big company who are like, "Hey, we're going to do this. We're doing pre-orders for it because we think there's going to be that much interest in it." It's, I'm sure, 2 or 3 guys working on this in their spare time who have other jobs. Like, they're not making a living off of these Bluetooth OBD readers. I mean, I'm sure they hope to maybe one day sell a product that's worth having a company that's making money, and like having a company that's making money selling these things, and other products, I'm sure. But I mean, this isn't exactly, going to be their full-time job at this point in time. But people feel like it should be, I think, and they expect that it is. So when something doesn't arrive, like, at their doorstep the second that they want it, they think, "Oh, well, then, like, can we go someplace, please? Thank you." They think, "Oh, well, then, like, I'm getting ripped off." And I understand that point of view, but I don't know, people need to be a little more understanding about how things are going. And to be fair, the people who were putting this thing together really needed to be a lot more communicative. They really needed to say, "Listen, like we're delayed by months," or at a certain point, like when it's like, "Okay, we expected this to be out early 2015. It's now June. Okay, we don't have it ready. It's going to be a little while yet. Until then, we're going to give you a monthly update about what's going on with it, or every 2 months we're going to give you an update, like, because this is the timeline. Something has drastically slowed our production down, and this is just how it is. We're very sorry. It is absolutely coming." And then at that point in time, say, "If you want a refund, we totally understand. Here's a way to get hold of us, and we will refund you back via your method of payment." Blah blah blah. Like, and that's it. You need to be, and then 2 months later, you need to come back and say, "All right, this is what's happened in the last couple of months. This is how much longer we suspect it will be. Again, we're very sorry for the delay, but we're trying to make the best product we can possibly make and get it out for you so that it's like, it's everything that you want it to be."
Fuel scooping.
But we totally understand that this is far longer than we expected to be. If you want a refund still, here is our information, and do that every month. so that, I mean, and I'm sure that they would lose a lot of sales, but it means that people would remember that they ordered this damn thing, because I've twice almost bought similar devices. One that would actually plug into like a laptop, like with actual software, which I'm actually still considering, depending on how this works out. I have to go pick this up from the post office box. If this gives me the information and stuff that I want, then I'm not worried about it. But there is some information that I would like to get out of like an actual piece of decent software that I can read the sensors, individual sensor data on, and I'm hoping that this will do that, but we'll find out. But man, like it's really, yeah, like they just really needed to be more communicative, and we as buyers need to be understanding that when we buy something early access like this, or you're kickstarting something, or whatever, Indiegogo, no matter how much money they've made in this process, everything takes time to set up. They're starting from scratch, many of these people, and that's it. Like when you're like, oh, I want to like support something that's grassroots or local or made in America or blah blah blah. Doesn't matter. You want to support your fellow man and not big business. This is what happens. Things take time. Supply lines take time to develop and create and get things right. And maybe the first batch of products that came were junk, like just absolutely the most horrible quality, and they looked at them and said, we can't ship this. At which point, again, maybe the company needs to stop and say, hey, listen, we got the first shipment, they sucked, we can't send these to you. We wouldn't put them in our cars, we wouldn't expect you to put them in your cars, that kind of a thing. But, whatever. I'm not, again, I forgot that I even had it. When the emails started going around, I was more annoyed that I was getting all these all emails. At that point, I'm like, dude, that was a year ago. I spent $50. That's gone. That money's gone. If I get my product or not, I'm not even worried, because I'm not that worried because I didn't even remember that I'd spent that $50. So, like, if you're up at night saying, oh, that $50, you probably shouldn't have bought this anyways. That's like, I don't know, I drop my phone a lot. I don't keep my phone in a case. And there's a lot of people who give me a lot of flack for that. Because I drop my phone a lot. And every time I do, they're all like, get a case. And I'm like, yes, I probably should. But at the same time, I hate cases. I don't like the way they look. I don't like the extra bulk. And if I was worried about this phone being damaged or stolen or losing it or something like that, that badly, I wouldn't have bought one. If I can't suffer through the expense of it, then I can't suffer through the expense of it. I don't know. I'm a strange man. Don't pay any attention to me, kids. Just go about your business and have yourselves a good day. And we will explore their system some later time when we're not, pressed for time. No, back. I need to go up to this one. Unlock denomination and drop. But until that next time, ciao, I love you.